For 30 years, our next guest has rescued, rehabilitated, and released more than 50,000 animals at her wildlife rescue facilities. It's amazing. It's all captured in the series Hope for Wildlife. Take a look.
Hope is back.
This makes me happy.
To spread the good word.
It's incredibly important that we create a generation that's more in tune with nature. As populations grow, as climate change happens around us, we've got to start caring.
With a little love, they survive and thrive.
New season is renowned Canadian wildlife rehabilitator Hope Swinimer.
Good to see you. All right, so the new season of the Hope for Wildlife is called The Next Generation. I know this next generation has a bad rap for always staring at their screens. But tell me, what was it like working with them out in nature?
It's truly amazing, and I love the name of the new show because you know, there's a lot of that you hear. And in my experience, every person that goes through our facility, and we get hundreds of people through, and lots of interns, people that are coming to work for free, they're dedicated, they work hard, they love the work, they're passionate. I think our future's in good hands.
Oh, that's nice to hear. That's really good to hear. Can you share a particularly memorable rescue story from this new season that sort of highlights like the challenges and the rewards, I guess?
Yeah, there's so many, but I love a story that has you know, from the very beginning, and you can track it right through to the successful end. Yeah. And I remember this year, I took the phone call, actually. It was a lady had called about a bobcat that was entangled in her fence, in the chain link fence. Oh. And it was right next to her chicken farm, so we understand why the bobcat was probably there. Yeah. But we thought, that's very strange, and when we went out to investigate to help this bobcat, we discovered he wasn't really caught in the fence. He had a snare around his middle, and it was the snare that was caught in the fence. And the snare had been on for an incredibly long time. Once we sedated him and got to take a look, it's one of the worst cases I've ever seen. And if you had asked me 20 years ago, would this animal make it? I probably would have said no. But our doctor did the most amazing surgery. It took about 3 months from beginning to end. The surgery was like 4 hours. And she was able to get that animal back together, and he had a strong will to live, and we got to release him.
Wow. That's a great story. So, Hope, what would you say are the biggest threats facing wildlife today?
You know, no matter where you go in the world, I think a lot of them are the same. We have to worry about climate change. We have to worry about habitat loss for our wild world, fragmentation of our habitats, pollution, all of those things. And at Hope for Wildlife, we get to see the little bits of that, and we get to see the animals that are hit by cars, those that have been shot, those tied up in our garbage, those that swallowed fish hooks, window strike birds that have been picked up and injured by cats or dogs. So we see a lot of sad things in our day, and they're all the result of the bigger pictures.
Wow. So how, if people are watching and moved by this, how can they support wildlife conservation efforts in their own communities?
There's just so many things to do, and I think sometimes people get lost in the magnitude of it. It's just so much. You think, well, what can I do? I'm just one person. But nothing could be further from the truth. There's just so many little things, and it's truly those little things that add up to a whole bunch of big things. So anything from putting decals on your windows to slowing down when you're driving at dawn and dusk, that's when wildlife's the most active. Just cleaning up your garbage, making your habitat around your home welcoming. You know, no one wants the animals living in your house, but it's okay to share your space around your house. Fair. And just, it's those little things, checking out where there's a rehab in your area. There might be a wildlife rehabilitation facility right next door that you can go and help and give your time, and that means a lot. We do a lot of work in education and research and the actual rehabilitation work itself. So there's lots of ways to help.
That's incredible. Okay, Hope, we're gonna have a little fun now. We're going to play a game. It's Busting Myths Wildlife Edition. We'll guess which of the following statements are true or false, and you tell us whether we're right or wrong. And audience, get your paddles, because you're gonna be playing along with us. Here we go.
Okay, we got the first one. Are you ready, Hope? Are you ready, audience? Yeah. Okay, true or false? Baby skunks can't spray.
Oh, that sounds
Oh, I'm gonna say true.
We got a mix.
We got a real good mix.
Wow. Yeah, what is it?
So it is false. You know, as soon as they can stand up and stomp their little feet, and they're still little tiny babies at that age, they can spray. They're not as good at it as an adult. You know, their aim isn't as good, and
Just like adults.
Yeah.
we've all been sprayed at our facility.
Yeah. Okay.
my
All right.
gosh.
So next up, owl eyes don't move. Is that true or false?
Owl eyes don't move.
Don't move.
Oh.
Okay. What do we say? It's a mixed
This one,
bag.
yeah. So most of the audience are right. It is true.
I don't know anything.
Owl eyes are really big, and so they can't move within the sockets. So thank heavens they're blessed with being able to turn their head about 280 degrees.
That
because they
makes-
can't look ahead and move
Yeah.
like we
Okay.
can.
Had no idea.
All right,
Yeah.
very cool. All right, so snakes, next one. Snakes are slimy. True or false?
It is false. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And they really feel beautiful. Like I have people come to visit all the time, and we encourage them to get up close and personal to snakes. You don't need to love all of wildlife, but they all play an important part in our ecosystem. And when you touch a snake, it's almost silky smooth. You'll be really surprised.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say I touch a baby bird. Will the parents reject, or the parents will reject it? True or false? I think that's true.
It is false. And I think our parents taught us that so that we wouldn't go playing with them.
Yeah, so we wouldn't touch them.
So the bond between mom and babies is incredibly strong, and it would take a lot to get a mom to reject its baby. And birds don't have a great sense of smell either, a lot of species of birds.
Good point. Good point. Okay, porcupines. They are born with all their quills. True or false?
Well, this one's surprising. They actually have their quills at birth, but the good news for the mom when she gives birth is they're soft. It takes about an hour or two for them to harden up, and they look just like in a big quill, only they're really little.
So it is true.
So it's true.
So it's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
Nature is amazing. So are you. This has been wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.